I'm using words, in spite of their awful limitations, to get as close as I can to an idea, a concept of things which, in truth, cannot be described in the limited vocabulary of your language, or understood within the limitations of your present level of perception. I'm seeking to open you to new perceptions by using your language in a new way.
Okay, so you're saying that Jesus was fathered by a highly evolved being from some other realm, and thus he was human, but also a head?
There have been many highly evolved beings walking your planet, and there are many today.
You mean there are aliens among us?
I can see that your work in newspapers, radio talk shows, and television has served you well.
How do you mean?
You can find a way to sensationalize anything. I didn't call highly evolved beings aliens, and I didn't call Jesus an alien. There's nothing alien about God. There are no aliens on Earth. We are all one. If we are all one, no individuation of us is alien to itself. Some individuation of us, that is, some individual beings, remember more than others. The process of remembering, reuniting with God, or becoming once again one with the all, with the collective, is a process you call evolution. You are all evolving beings. Some of you are highly evolved. That is, you remember more. You know who you really are. Jesus knew it and declared it.
Okay, so I get that we're going to do a word dance here on the Jesus thing.
Not at all. I will tell you outright. The spirit of that human you call Jesus was not of this earth. That spirit simply filled the human body, allowed itself to learn as a child, become a man, and self-realize. He was not the only one to have done this. All spirits are not of this earth. All souls come from another realm, then enter the body. Yet not all souls self-realize in a particular lifetime. Jesus did. He was a highly evolved being, what some of you have called a God. And he came to you for a purpose, on a mission.
Yeah, to save our souls.
In a sense, yes. But not from everlasting damnation. There is no such thing as you have conceived. His mission is, to save you from not knowing and never experiencing who you really are. His intention was to demonstrate that by showing you what you can become. Indeed, what you are, if you will only accept it. Jesus sought to lead by example. That is why he said, I am the way and the life. Follow me. He didn't mean follow me in the sense that you would all become his followers, but in the sense that you would all follow his example and become one with God. He said, I and the Father are one, and ye are my brethren. He couldn't have put it more plainly.
So Jesus did not come from God, he came from outer space.
Your mistake is in separating the two. You keep insisting on making a distinction.
Just as you insist on making a separation and a distinction between humans and God. And I tell you, there is no distinction.
Okay. Well, can you tell me a few final things about beings from other worlds before we end? What do they wear? How do they communicate? And please don't say this is still all about idle curiosity. I think I've demonstrated that there may be something we can learn here.
All right. Briefly then. In highly evolved cultures, beings see no need to be clothed, except when some kind of covering is required to protect them from elements or conditions over which they have no control, or when ornaments are used to indicate some rank or honor. A Heb would not understand why you wear total body coverings when you do not have to. She certainly wouldn't understand the concept of shame or modesty, and could never relate to the idea of coverings to make oneself prettier. To a Heb, there could be nothing more beautiful than the naked body itself, and so the concept of wearing something on top of it to somehow render it more pleasing or attractive would be utterly incomprehensible. Equally incomprehensible would be the idea of living, spending most of one's time in boxes, which you call buildings and houses. Hebs live in the natural environment, and would only stay inside a box if their environment became inhospitable, which it rarely does, since highly evolved civilizations create, control, and care for their environments. Hebs also understand that they are one with their environment, that they share more than space with their environments, but also share a mutually dependent relationship. A Heb could never understand why you would damage or destroy that which is supporting you, and so can only conclude that you do not understand that it is your environment which supports you, that you are beings of very limited observational skills. As for communication, a Heb uses as his first level of communication the aspect of his being which you would call feelings. Hebs are aware of their feelings and the feelings of others.